Hey guys, Tenseif here. It's been a while since my last video, and this is just going to be an update video, just to update you guys on a few things that have happened since the beginning of June, as well as celebration, because I noticed in the last week that we've hit 5,000 views on this channel, which is super awesome, and we have 34 subscribers. And only one or two of those is myself. So, before I get started, if Cash Clan is watching this, I'm sorry, I tried to edit that LOL video where we were playing, and unfortunately OBS didn't capture any of your, it didn't capture your voice from Skype. So I watched part of the video and it was just, it just looked like I was talking to myself and laughing at my own jokes or something. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. I had a lot of fun making that while playing that game, and maybe we could do better next time. Okay, so that being said, I just want to give you guys an update on what's been going on. For those of you that were watching my stream, I probably told you guys that I did have a really bad fall towards the end of May. That messed up my back for most of June, and it also messed up my ability to output work, whether it's my regular work or stream-wise. On top of that, I've had to make several trips down to Vancouver, BC. So, for those of you that don't know, I'm from the Okanagan Valley in British Columbia. My first trip down to Vancouver, I had to take some professional development for my accounting designation. So, that was like a week of my life, and before traveling, I never realized how difficult it was to create content while you're on the road and you have other things happening. So it's given me a much bigger appreciation for the streamers that have videos up every day, especially the ones that travel. The one that comes to mind is Grip. Anyways, okay, so messed up back. I was out for most of June. And then at the beginning of July, we went to Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. So for those of you that are in the States, Nova Scotia is a province on the eastern end of Canada. Went there to visit my wife's best friend. And it just so happens that her boyfriend is a musician. His name is Jordan Musycsyn. I'm going to post a link in my description below, but he's a pretty good performer. And the first day we're in Nova Scotia and Cape Breton, we went to a music festival. It is called Stanfest, and it was there that we saw him perform, as well as one of the coolest experiences was got to hang out with him and his bandmates, and they were just having like I don't know what musicians call it, but I call it a jam session, where they were just playing whatever came to mind, and it was super fun. Anyways, I like his music. I really appreciate the artists that can play instruments, and I just like the songs that actually showcase instruments instead of right now we seem to be veering towards, well, some artists are veering towards a more electronic sound, and that's not really my thing. Anyways, second highlight of Cape Breton is the seafood. I had a lot of lobster, I had a lot of seafood, and it was a really good time. Okay, So we were there for about 2 weeks, all in all, including travel time, and we stayed in Vancouver for a while. We're out for, I would say, 2.5 weeks. That was in July. Was that in July? Yes. Okay. Okay. So I've also been focusing on my regular job, hence the lack of videos. Because between traveling and regular work, I don't have much time for anything else. But August 1st, we're in Vancouver again. This time for Taylor Swift. It was a really fun concert. I was really impressed with the opening acts. So the two acts were Shawn Mendes and Vance. I've heard Riptide from Vance, but I've never heard anything else he's played. So it was really fun watching them perform, and I do enjoy live music more than recorded music. And to me, it's really important for an artist to sound good live. And I'm pleased to say that I think all three acts sounded really good live. I was most impressed with Shawn Mendes. And look, I'm a middle-aged guy. I know I'm not like a teenage girl, and maybe he's not someone that I should be impressed with, but the level of interaction he tried to produce during his set of songs was great. And I mean, the guy can sing. And I didn't take any videos or anything because I prefer focusing on the performance rather than focusing on a video of the performance. But it was just him by himself with a guitar. And he may have had some type of electronic board where they can record sounds and replay them back. But yeah, I mean, just that it was great. And Taylor Swift was super good as well. It took a bit of time to get used to the fact that I was one of the few guys there. And I was in like a sea of girls. I assume they were teenage girls. But it was, I mean, once I got over that, yeah, there was a lot of dancing. It was good. Okay, so Taylor Swift, super awesome. Those are pretty much the highlights of what's been happening. I'm not going to go into things in too much detail. What I'd like to talk about is what my plans are for the future, like the next 4 or 5 months till the end of the year. So we've got 2 more trips planned, one more in August and one at the end of August, going to September. The second one being my brother's wedding. So once we get past those things, I think my schedule is going to settle down more, and I will be able to resume some streaming. I forgot one more thing. So brother's bachelor party, we went to, it's a mountain called Silverstar up in Vernon, BC. And we were mountain biking. I'll just say this. It was my first time and probably my last time mountain biking. I didn't realize how crazy it is, and I think once you've gotten past the beginner stage, it'd be super fun. But yeah, the amount of times I fell and the amount of times I felt like I was close to possibly ending my life was just too much for me. The first run we did, it was a blue run. I forget the name of it, but in mountain biking, there's this thing, it's called berms. So a track goes straight, but a berm is one that where there's like a turn. Most of the time it's a sharp turn. And so the track kind of goes like this and around. And they're really fun. They're really fun to ride once you get the hang of it. But to go through a run where the first half is just berms and a berm into a berm into a berm is insane. Within the first minute, I was wondering what I was doing there. But I got through it. I think Silverstar is it's a really nice mountain, and I did enjoy the scenery when I wasn't concerned with my life. Oh, right. So there was an announcement. Grand Tournament for Hearthstone is going to be released this month. I'm super psyched about that. I was psyched about it like 2 weeks ago when I read up on it, but yeah, just life's been getting in the way. So stay tuned in this channel. I will be releasing my thoughts on Grand Tournament. I've seen the legendaries and it's insane. Like, my first thoughts are that the card powers are, some of the new abilities are pretty insane. The legendary that sticks out in my mind right now is the neutral legendary that the battle cry is to improve your hero power. I think that's pretty insane, and it's probably going to be a card that most decks are going to run. But anyways, I will talk about that in the next video. So, guys, just to wrap up, thank you so much for checking out my videos. 5,000 views. I didn't think we would get there, but we did. And as of the time of this video, we're actually at about 5,600 views, which is super cool. Check out Jordan Musycsyn. If you like instrument music, I think you will like his music. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.